Hi, it's Maxine, Kaye, and Yoga from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, bringing you a love note on an extremely stormy day. It's been quite exciting here in Philadelphia. Well, have you ever noticed that sometimes you may make a plan weeks or even months in advance, and the actual experience turns out to be quite different than what you had imagined or expected or projected? And what do you do in that case? Well, the best thing to do is to adapt and to be open to new ways of being and not decide that it has to be the way it always was. Well, we got tickets to the flower show today, and 4 of us attended, and because of the extreme circumstances of the virus and all this past year plus, it was wisely decided after 170 years in the same location, well, indoors, for a long time in the convention center in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Flower Show was to be held outdoors, and that made sense, social distancing, etc. Well, it's a lovely, lovely park. It's the FDR Park in Philadelphia. We've never been there before, and it was just a beautiful setting. We heard that it was going to be extreme heat today, so we were prepared for it. We dressed for it, and it was just lovely. It was really lovely. It was very different. It wasn't the nice, cool indoors setting that we normally experience, and in fact, it's usually held in the early part of the year when we Philadelphians are really ready for some springtime because of the weather and the snow and everything. And so here's all this beautiful, bright, gorgeous decoration of fresh flowers and so expertly put together. Well, these were lovingly, beautifully put together too, but different. It was outdoors and quite stunning, actually. It was quite warm, so we didn't walk as far as we might have otherwise. But what a lovely time we had with our friends. How beautiful and creative and inventive everything was, including they still had the butterfly exhibit. We never missed that. So we had a lovely time, and it was completely different, and we let it be different, and that was okay. We let it be okay that it was different. Had a sweet lunch under a nice tented cafe, and it was very nice. Adaptation is a good thing. Adaptability is something that the human race knows. Well, we were ready to go home almost 2 o'clock, and then we heard the announcement that the park was being evacuated because of this intense storm that was coming. And it was lovely. Everybody walked out in a very orderly fashion, and we drove home in the thunderstorm, and it was just quite beautiful, exciting. It was a very different flower show experience than we've had before, and it was lovely to be with our friends. And it's very lovely to be open to new ways of experiencing our lives. I'm sure you can think of times that you had a particular expectation and it turned out differently. Maybe not quite what you expected, maybe you weren't thrilled with it, or maybe it was better than you had anticipated. But being open to the flow of something different is a very good idea. Perhaps you have some memories or some ideas about times that you've needed to adapt, that you were perhaps a little bit surprised, either happily or not happily, by what may have taken place in your life. I'd love to know about that. Why don't you just write down in the comments area a time, an experience where things didn't turn out exactly as you expected, and you adapted to them. Maybe you cherished them. Maybe they became some of your most precious memories. I think it's wonderful that we remain in the flow, that we let life be what it is. I have a friend who sometimes says, "Oh, life was really getting lifey this week," and we have those experiences, don't we? Life sometimes gets lifey, and then we have an opportunity to flow with it, to be graceful with it, to listen to what lessons may be there or what gifts may have come for us. And yoga is very, very graceful in her movements in life. And when things change, she adapts beautifully. Some of you may not know that this beloved, precious child of ours will be 20 years old this year. And some of you may not know that this beautiful, spunky, wonderful, delightful, loving, creative, funny being, she has a wonderful sense of humor, that she's basically sightless these days. I'm sorry, I told on you, huh? And she doesn't hear very well either. Do you know that she's adapted to that so beautifully? She's happy. She's spunky. She eats well, she sleeps well, and she runs up and down the stairs like a 2-year-old. She seems to know where things are. When she comes in the place, in our apartment, after having gone for a walk, she races around like she's a horse in a track. And she never runs into anything. She has a way. She has, as we all have, the ability to develop other senses. It's a wonderful thing. This is great intelligence within us all. All these precious little animals within us too. If we cooperate with it, we can find ourselves living a life of adaptability, of grace, of living in the flow. And I'm grateful for that. So tell me about times. Just write them down for me. I'd like to read them. So Reverend Mike will be with you tomorrow for Love Note. And we look forward to seeing you Sunday morning, or whenever you can tune in. Just go to csfphilly.org, and the live link is right there. You can either watch us at 10:30 Sunday morning or anytime, day or night. It's archived. It's all there along with our Love Notes. You also have an opportunity to make a contribution to our beloved center. And our beloved center is going to be opening again. Come on down on Sunday, June 27th. Our first opening. Yes, we will continue the live stream. I had someone write to me from Oregon just yesterday saying, well, I really love your live stream every Sunday morning or whenever I can watch it. But I see you're going to be opening again. Does that mean you're not going to be sending this out of the live stream anymore? I said, no, we will. We're going to do both. We want to cover the world. And so tune in Sunday the 27th. Be with us if you can. And we have some really, really special things going on for our reopening and our welcoming home. And we're quite thrilled about it. It's time, don't you think? We have adapted so beautifully, and now it's time to move into a new vision, a new world for ourselves that we are co-creating. Love you very much. Yoga says over and out. We'll see you soon.